The name of this song is To Love God is to keep His commandments. To love God, to love God. You're going where others fear to trod when you love God. What did He say to you and me? His word is truth to those who love God. To love God is to obey Him. To love God is demonstrated by a life that keeps His commandments. To love God is to obey for that great day. To love God is more than emotion, even as great as the ocean. To love God is to obey His commands, and they're not grievous to those who love God. This generation that we're living needs to hear the truth. Thy word is truth, forever established in the heavens. This generation we're living in needs to hear the truth. To love God is more than just mere emotion. To love God is to be about keeping the Father's commandments. To love God is to obey the living Lord. When we've wronged others, go to them and repent. To love God, to love God, to love God is to keep His commandments, keep His way. To love God is to repent of those we have wronged. To love God is to keep His day. To love God, to love God, to love God. The 10 Commandments immutable, set in stone. The law of love throughout all of eternity. To love God, to love God, to love God is to keep His commands, and they're not grievous to those who love God. Behold, the mind of Christ is to delight in the commands of God. Behold, the mind of Christ is to show delight in obeying the King. To love God, to love God, to love God is to go where few have tried to really love God. Even devils can sing of His glory, even devils proclaim His praise. They have no choice, they know who is their King. But the devils don't obey His word willingly, like the ones who love God. To love God, to love God, to love God is to go where few have trod. To love God. To love God is repentance and restitution. To love God, to love God. To love God is to obey Him as Master. To love God is to make repair when we don't. To love God, to love God, to love God is to go where few have trod. To love God. Many times in this generation we say we love the King, but our life doesn't love Him worth anything. We go to assembly and lift our hands and say we love you, Lord. Then we come home and do absolutely nothing. To love God, to love God, to love God is a go where true few have tried to really love God. Such the Father seeks to worship Him, who worship in spirit and truth. To love God, to love God, to love God is to go where too few have tried to love God.